I hope I'm audible and visible to you. Go ahead, please introduce yourself.
Ma'am, I am Raksha. I'm from Himachal Pradesh. I have master's degree in history from Himachal Pradesh University, Shimla. Some of my hobbies are reading and dancing, and there are 7 members in my family. That's all about me.
Okay, okay. So currently you're living in Himachal,
Yes, ma'am, I am living in Himachal.
one of the most beautiful states of India.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, have you ever been in Himachal?
I wish to. I definitely
Oh,
want to visit it once, yes. But I am, allergic to the cold weather. So that is my fear, and that's keeping me away from visiting Himachal. So, but I want to, maybe in the
yes.
future. Yes, okay, let me introduce myself. As you know, my name is Shanta. I work as a spoken English trainer for a platform called engtalki. And I live in Karnataka. Very recently, I've started a YouTube channel and I'm working on my YouTube channel during my free time. By qualification, I'm a software engineer. I've completed my engineering in computer science. Yeah, way back in 2008. Mm. So, yes, tell me any particular reason you're looking to improve your communication skills?
Ma'am, after completing my post graduation, so I was thinking about, what to do next. So at that time, I was thinking, what to do next. So I decided I wanted to go, with state services. So that was the only reason I wanted to, improve my English communication skill. And the other reason I actually found, nowadays English become, very, very important for all of us. So that was the only reason I decided to learn this language.
Mm. Are you facing any particular challenges during your learning journey?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I'm not, more confident when I want to speak. Uh, so far, I'm just, speaking. I just make every day a video in front of camera, and I try to listen. How I am, doing. So all the things I do, but I don't know, how to do.
Yeah, what about your speaking practice? Are you speaking enough?
Ma'am, I make a simple, video in my phone, and I listen it. Yeah, that's all.
Yes, but, yeah, but that is a video of yourself, right? Are you
Yes.
talking to someone else also?
No, ma'am, this is first time I'm talking with you. I've never talked with before.
But
Yes,
I must
ma'am.
say you're quite confident. You are speaking well. You are doing good. You're having a smile on your face. So you're
Yes,
going
ma'am.
good. Okay, so don't be nervous
Ma'am,
about it.
this confidence builds just because I make everyday video in front of camera. So that was the reason I'm able to build up my confidence. So I observe that. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
And nothing is waste, right? Though you're practicing with yourself, it is not a waste of time. This is what your practice has given you. You have the confidence now to face camera and talk to people. And I would
Yes,
also
ma'am.
suggest you talk to different people rather than, talking to yourself or recording yourself. This will give you a
Yes.
different kind of confidence and it will give you more thoughts to speak because you're speaking without any practice now, right? You don't know
Yes.
what my next question would be or what the interaction is going to be like. So this will give you the other kind of confidence that you can speak to people, you can initiate a conversation, you can get a conversation going. So I would recommend you to talk to more people on a daily basis. At least invest 15 to 20 minutes in speaking.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am,
Mm.
I was also thinking about, this is the right time to, communicate with others. So that was the reason I took, your class.
Mm. Mm.
Yes.
Right, right. Yeah, there are so many people like me who also do these conversation videos. So I would
Yes, ma'am,
recommend
I
you,
was watching
yeah,
on you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'll do next, this thing. I'll try to, speak every day with, one person for 20 to 25 minutes. I think it will be sufficient for me in
yes,
order
yes,
to
that will be
improve my
sufficient.
English.
Yes. Mm.
Yes.
For your speaking practice, it's good if you do at least 15 to 20 minutes because given your level of the way you speak, you're good enough. You just have to improve on your confidence, a little more of fluency. So that you will improve as you keep talking to other people.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Mm. So yes,
Ma'am,
you're doing you have done. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
have you had your lunch?
Yes, I just finished my lunch. What about
Okay.
you?
Ma'am, I haven't had yet because I had, in the morning heavy breakfast. So I was thinking, I will take after this session.
Okay, so you're not going to skip your lunch. You're going to take it after the session.
No, ma'am, I am full right now. So I don't feel, I want to have something. So that was the only reason. Yes,
Mm.
ma'am.
So do you often take like a mixture of breakfast and lunch, which is brunch? Do you take a brunch usually,
Yes,
or do you take? Okay.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That is the reason.
I have an elder brother who says like who is going to waste time eating all the time. So he eats one time full
Yes,
so that
yes.
it doesn't make him hungry for lunch or dinner. So his idea is that I'm not going to waste time three times a day for eating. I'm going to eat at once and I'm going to be full for the rest of the day.
Because in the morning I had, Siddu. Have you heard before that Siddu? Siddu dish.
No, no.
It is a very, famous dish of Himachal. So, I had two Siddu, so they were very heavy. So I am full right now.
So what exactly is this dish? Is it a
Ma'am,
rice dish or yeah?
it is like, we can say, idli, South Indian idli.
Yes, yes.
It is just like same that, but we put, inside inside Siddu, batter of peanuts, or peanuts and walnuts. So and steamed
Oh,
it. So yes, ma'am, and we have it, with clarified butter, ghee. So yeah,
ghee.
yes, ma'am.
So is it a kind of momos?
Yes, ma'am.
Momos. Is it a kind of momo? Momos. Do you know momos?
Ma'am, yes, we can say its shape is also like, momos.
Yes, because
Yes.
idlis we do not stuff it with
Put
anything. We just
yes,
put
ma'am.
the batter and steam it. So you're
Yes,
telling we stuff it inside, so it must be
yes,
something like a modak or a momos.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, yeah, you're putting nuts and everything in it, so it would be
That's
quite heavy.
peanuts. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. It's a vegetarian food. I would love to try that.
Yes, ma'am. Visit in Himachal. I will give you definitely to
Yes,
try. You should try
yes, yes.
once.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely, definitely. I want to visit Rajasthan. I want to visit Himachal at least once. So yes, my kids are small now, so maybe when they grow up, I can plan.
How old they are, ma'am? How
My
old they
daughter
are?
is my daughter is 9 years old, and my son is only 4.
They are.
They're quite young now.
Yes, ma'am.
Mm. So you told me you've done a master's in history.
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to share one fact about something which you found fascinating and which you did not know so far? While doing your master's, you realized, oh, this was the matter, or something that amused you. Any small or big thing you can share. Or if you want, you can skip the question also if you're not interested.
I want to skip this question because I when I was in school in 12th standard, there was one ma'am. She was very good teacher, and she always motivate me to to focus on your study, and she taught us in a very good way, and that
Mhm.
was the only reason I was able to I found in history is very interesting. When I went to college, and I don't do history well. I just do it. I just read it only paper way. So that was the reason.
Oh, okay,
And I
okay.
did. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so you did your bachelor's and then your master's.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
So what are your goals? What do you want to like start a career in, or what do you want to do?
ma'am. I want to after you, and I was thinking about in next year I'll start preparing for a state exam. State.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So
That's
is it always been your ambition to do that, or something inspired you recently?
Ma'am, it's not my childhood dream. Definitely, it's not. But when I was in my post graduation, so at that time, there was one, very famous bureaucrat in Himachal Pradesh. She is doing very well nowadays, and
Mm.
she also she inspired me a lot, to go with this field, and I personally want to serve for the society, and that was the reason I took that decision. Ki, okay, I go with this field.
Yes. And do you think you are a bold girl in order to, I correct me if I'm wrong. I think that if you want to enter these kind of service areas,
Yes, ma'am.
you should have a lot of courage in yourself. So, what qualities in you do you think you can be a good fit for the role or position that you're aiming for?
Ma'am, the first thing, if we want to join these services, so the first thing that I, found that, we should, decision maker, if we took, a decision, so we shouldn't say, I took this decision and I will change my decision. So decision maker is one thing. And, the second thing that, I found that is, to to take decision is one thing, and the second thing is, I'm not able to explain the things because my English is not very good. So yeah, ma'am.
It's okay because whatever if even if your English is broken, you're still it's important that you're able to put out your thoughts. So that's okay. Yes, you have to
Yes,
be good at decision making and you have to take the right decision at the right time,
yes, ma'am.
right? So because there's going to be a lot of pressure and it's difficult to think at the moment what is correct for you at the moment, right? So you have to practice that habit of being
Yes,
good at decision making. Yes, yes. Okay. And there is a channel, right, for history. I follow her a lot. It's called Kirti History. Have you heard of the
yes,
channel?
yes,
Yeah,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
she shares all the historical facts and what happened, this, that. So I kind of, develop a lot of interest in knowing about something which I didn't know so far. She introduces a lot of people, freedom fighters, and people who, they have done contributed so much to the history of our country. We do not know about them. So she talks about those people, and I really follow that channel. Yes. Yeah, you have to you.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
According to you, who is a good human? What qualities should a person possess, according to you, to be a good human being?
Ma'am, the first quality would be, kindness. Kindness is one thing, and
Hmm.
honesty is the second thing that I want to say. And yeah, these are the two things I'm able to recall right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. These are the top things that every
Yes,
person
ma'am.
should possess to be a good. Because it's not like nobody's white or black. It's always gray. They'll have a mixture of qualities in themselves. Like, but these are the first foremost thing. They have to be kind. They have to be honest. And
Yes.
I hate people who lie. That kind of you'll never get faith in them again for the rest of your life. You'll never trust them. So it's very important for them to be true.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
And do you have any strict principles in your life? Like this one, I'm not, never going to do. Have you created any specific rules for yourself?
Ma'am, definitely, because I'm, student, so it's become very important, to be disciplined. So
Mm.
discipline is a very important. And the second thing, nowadays there are, so many things that, distract us. So I make sure that I do all the things that, doesn't distract me. So I don't have any social media. I just,
Oh,
use only WhatsApp. So just because there are groups, they send good messages, all the things and important things. So these are the things that I make sure that I'll use after when I do something in life. So yeah, ma'am, these are the things that I make sure that I do.
yes. But don't you feel at times that you're missing out on something? Because students these days are all the time on social media, making friends and, creating reels, videos, posting stuff. So do you ever feel that you're missing out on something?
Ma'am, I don't feel so, definitely, if you use, any social media, definitely there are pros and cons, everything. But
Yes.
I'm not fascinating to, use those social media. That's the only reason I don't use. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Very nice. Because in our era, when we were studying, we didn't have social media or mobile phones. So it was
Yes, ma'am.
very easy for us to keep focused on our studies.
Sorry for the interruption. There was an incoming call.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was easier for us to focus and concentrate on our studies. But
Yes,
for
ma'am.
people of these days who are doing their graduation or their higher studies, it's difficult to keep, how do you keep yourself motivated?
Ma'am, definitely, internal motivation, I feel, everyone should have. So every time when I feel, down, I feel, I don't want study all the things, because we all are human beings.
Mm.
And every second day we feel, maybe I'm not good enough, to do this thing, all the thing. So every time I just remind myself, why I start this thing, particular thing. For an example, nowadays I'm learning English. So sometimes I just frustrated, I just want, quit. But the second
Yes.
question that arise in my mind, if you don't want to do this, then what will you do next? So this is the thing. And the second thing, when I was in 12th standard, that year was very, very good for me, because at that time I wasn't very good at study. But I told you, there was a ma'am, she was history teacher. She's still history teacher. She every day inspired me a lot. You are very good and you are very disciplined student. Do it, regular basis. And when the result came, I was, I stood, third. I stood. I'm able to, scored very well, and I got at that time in history subject 97 marks in history subject. And so I just always remember myself. I wasn't very good at studies at that time, but I was keep on going at that time, kept going. So I was able to achieve my what I want to. So that was the reason I always remember myself, if I do this thing continue, and definitely one day I'm able to achieve the things that I want to achieve. So ma'am, these are the reason. And the other things, my teachers, ma'am, history teacher, she always say, you are a very good at studies, and you can do whatever you want to. So always do. So these are the words always just rang in my
Big thing in mind. Okay.
yes ma'am. So these are the things. And I always just see my mother. She is always doing all the stuffs. So these are the thing always motivate me, just keep on going, don't quit. Yeah ma'am, these are the things that
Motivation is right
motivate.
around you. You don't have to search for
Yes
it.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it was lovely talking to you. So is there
Uh,
anything, any question, any doubts for me, or shall we end the session?
Ma'am, I don't have such question, but I just wanna, ask you, uh, my how to improve, my English. I'm lacking somewhere. How to do all the things. So I just want my feedback. How
Yes, yes,
I.
sure,
Yes,
sure.
ma'am.
Yeah, as you told me, a little bit of confidence you need,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
some here and there some pronunciations you have to improve.
Yes, ma'am.
I did not note down any particular word, but concentrate a
Okay.
little bit on your pronunciation and your fluency. That's it.
Yes,
You're
ma'am.
doing good. Your English is quite good.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Lovely talking to you. Have a good day.
Same. Ma'am.
Thanks
Thank
for
you, ma'am.
connecting.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye bye.